Hello, hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Colleen, and this is Arcana Rising. Thank you so much for tuning in. So this is a weekly reading. It's a general weekly reading for all signs for the days of June 15th through the 21st. And thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that are not yet aware, I am pregnant, and my baby's due date is June 30th. So I have changed the format of how I'm doing my videos. Obviously with these weekly readings. So basically what's changing for me right now is I am currently putting a pause on doing the monthly readings for each individual sign, and instead I'm doing weekly readings for all signs and then one monthly reading for the sign of the season. So for example, we have right now we are in Gemini season, and we'll be approaching Cancer on the 21st, but this is Gemini season right now, so there is a monthly reading available for Gemini. And then once Cancer season begins on the 21st or the 22nd, there will be a monthly reading for Cancer. So that's the changes right now, and I appreciate you continuing to support my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. And thank you to everyone who has. Whoa. And and if you are not yet following me on Instagram, my handle is Arcana Rising, all one word. And on there I do pick a card readings, I teach about the tarot lightly, and I also talk about the energy of each moon phase as well, and lots of more fun stuff to check out. Thank you. So I'm just tuning into the energy of the 15th through the 21st for June 2019 for all signs, all who watch this video. And I'm using a couple different tarot decks and some oracle cards as well. And then we will get into it. Whew. 3 more tarot cards, please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, perfect. Look at that. I'm just going to switch on the fan in here. So there's going to be a clicking noise in the background. I apologize, but it's getting really hot in here and I'm pregnant, and that's just how it goes. Alrighty, so we have all the tarot cards out. So just take a nice deep breath. And let's set an intention for what it is that we most need to know for this week. And I'm gonna be using the Magical Messages of the Fairies Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. We're gonna pull one card, talking about what it is that, like what's the energy of this week, or what is it that we need to manifest. Okay. Get some exercise. It says, as your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. So this is a week of movement. Doing things to move your body the way that you probably normally wouldn't do. Maybe going for more walks, or um, just getting into a routine of moving around a little bit more. Maybe you've been sitting a lot more than usual in the last couple weeks or so, for some reason or another, and this is just calling in some movement. This is also, I'm hearing the word action as well, so I'm feeling like this is a very active week as well. So it's kind of preparing us for what's coming. I mean, and also obviously get some exercise. So if that's something that's been calling to you, like you need to get back into a healthier routine, that's something to definitely consider for this week as well. But as it goes with all general readings, just take the messages that most resonate with you and then just leave the rest. As simple as that. And so I'm also going to pull a card from the Romance Oracle deck as well. So take another nice deep breath. What is it that we most need to know in terms of love this week? There it is. Pay attention to the red flags is what's coming up. It says the signs are cautioning you. So this is a calling to tap into that intuition this week, especially when it comes to love and relationships, whether you are in a relationship or you are single. If you're in the process of dating, this is, really calling your attention to, paying attention to the behaviors of the person that you are dating. Like, is this someone that you really want to invest time in, or are there red flags that are making you, that are kind of like being like, hey, this is probably something you want to pay attention to, like maybe this isn't the person for you, or just pay attention to what's going on here. Whatever your gut is saying in that moment of whatever is happening, it's like you're feeling that for a reason. Don't ignore that and like just brush it off like, oh, I'm gonna excuse this because of blah 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 XYZ. So just pay attention to that if you're single and you're like in a dating situation. Don't just settle, is what I'm hearing. This is not a time for just settling with what is in front of you and like excusing certain behaviors. This is a time to pay attention to what is occurring in your life and what resonates, what does not, and doing what needs to be done to respect your needs most of all during this time. So yeah, that's what's really coming up here. And then also, like, if you're in a relationship, it's like pay attention to the red flags within the relationship. Like maybe there are certain situations within your relationship that are calling you for attention. Maybe there's communication issues, or maybe there's like, I don't know, some other issues that are not being addressed here, or maybe there's like signs of, like maybe I'm trying to think of examples, like maybe your significant other is demonstrating signs that they're depressed, things like that, and it's like, okay, how do we handle this? Let's have a conversation about this. Maybe we need to see a therapist. Maybe we need some counseling, or things like that, like paying attention to it so that you can act on it. So that's what I'm getting from the Oracle cards right now. And let's get into what these cards have to say. Let me just take a sip of water. Okay. Victory, achievement, being recognized for your hard efforts. So that's what's going on spiritually. Your guides, your ancestors, your guardians, your angels, whoever you're working with are cheering you on right now and saying, like, you're doing an amazing job, you're going in the right direction, and we fully support you. Or maybe you've come to this place where you've made a major achievement, and this is like celebrating yourself, and or reminding you to take the time to celebrate yourself and your efforts. Releasing overwhelm. So that's fantastic. So we have the Seven of Wands here, and it feels like physically we are releasing burdens, or this feeling of like I have to handle everything on my own, or feeling like I have to defend my actions all the time. I have to explain myself. I feel like I have to explain myself for my actions, and this is like releasing that weird energy where you feel like you have to like explain your reasons for your actions is what's coming up, and like just releasing the energy of overwhelm. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that really comes together when you start to bring in more movement into your life. I feel like the movement helps to shake off like that uncomfortable feeling like you have to explain yourself. This is more of like, I'm moving forward and I'm doing my thing, and I don't have to explain myself to anyone. I don't know why that's just coming up over and over again. Like you don't have to constantly explain your reasons for your actions. You can just do. And this is great. So we've got an opportunity for an opportunity for abundance coming in, and it's up to you to be able to accept it. And that, I feel like this is like your reward for all of the hard work that you've been putting in lately. And so this is like a physical manifestation of what's coming up here. It can be financial abundance, it can be a new business venture or a promotion. I know that's not a physical thing, but it can be a new house, it could be a new car, it can be like something is being offered to you that's bringing you closer to what it is that you're trying to manifest, or is opening the path for what it is that you're trying to achieve. It feels like the only challenge that we have for this week is getting stuck in your head. This is a very strong message. This is the Nine of Swords in reverse, and this is honestly like, when I see this card, I don't really see this as a positive card either way. It's like sleepless nights, lots of anxiety, worrying about something that's keeping you up at night, things to that degree. And when it's in reverse, I feel like it's the extremes of that. It's like depression, like I feel like I cannot move forward. I'm feeling paralyzed because I'm like psyching myself out of my potential. Like my brain is like talking me out of everything. I'm overwhelmed, I'm exhausted, I'm depressed, I'm you know, my mind is going like a mile a minute, and it's keeping me from enjoying the present moment. But Spirit is telling you that you're in such a positive, you really are doing so well right now, and you've achieved so much, and you need to really celebrate how far you have come, especially this week. It's really important to recognize that. Otherwise, you're going to get sucked into this place of, you know, mental anguish, which is not like conducive to your growth here, because there's so many positive things that are happening here. Like, you're being offered some great things. You've come a really long way, and there is the potential for like release. There's the potential to release that overwhelming feeling when you start moving around again. Like, and I feel like that is a really important message this week, is to really make sure that you're moving your body, because that's going to help get you out of your head and reconnected with the physical realm, and get you out of this place where I've overanalyzed everything to the point that it's like making me insane and stressing me out, and I feel like I can't even sleep anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing so well, so don't sabotage yourself by staying put, by sitting on the couch all day and binge watching Netflix, or, you know, avoiding the things that you know are necessary for you to continue forward. Because the only thing here that's stopping you from moving forward is your mind. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse here. So these guys are like, this is talking about your energy and what your challenge is for this week, and this is talking about the week specifically. You could see this as like first, second, third, fourth quarter, but it's such a short period of time that it's important to understand that, you know, with tarot, time is fluid, so it's possible for all of these energies to kind of blend together and present themselves at different times. It may not necessarily be in this specific order, because this is a reading for you know, hundreds if not thousands of people. Okay, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this is talking about the stagnancy. It's like it's saying you've come such a long way. This is not the time to like throw in the towel, because that's what's really going on here. It's like, for some reason, you are not able to see all of your achievements because it's not manifested yet. So there's like a level of frustration coming in, like, why has this not presented itself to me yet? You know, a level of impatience almost as well. And then it turns into like almost like, I'm hearing like laziness, but not really, because you're up in your head trying to make sense of everything, and that's what's making you stuck on the couch and not moving forward. But it's the Nine of Pentacles. It's like one more step and you are at that completion. You are so close to the finish line. This is not a time to you know, throw in the towel. This is not a time to, you know, relax. I mean, you can, to a certain extent, you know, give yourself a little bit of time to recharge, but the recharging that you should be doing is through movement, through exercise, rather than, you know, sitting on the couch or taking a long nap or, you know, getting a massage or things like that. Like, that week is gone. That was last week. This week is getting into like almost like a fiery energy here, because we have the wands and this just feels very fiery. Using that fieriness to your advantage instead of having it transform into like I'm hearing high octane anxiety, whatever that means. It's like, you know, cranking up the, you know, when air energy and fire energy comes together intensely, it's like some serious anxiety if it's not channeled correctly. So the way to continue forward is through movement. We have the Five of Cups here, and it's in reverse, so which is great, because this is I mean, fives for me really speak to change, so there is lots of stuff shifting here, especially in terms of the emotional aspects of the self, and this is talking about finally moving on from whatever you've been stressing out about, or there's an opportunity to like forgive and let go, basically. Forgive and forget almost is like what's going on here. So there's that opportunity to really forgive whatever situation that you've been really dependent on or stressed out about or like overly focused on, and it's time to turn away from that and look forward to the opportunities that are coming your way. Like, this is not a time to continue stewing in the problems of the past. This is a time for releasing and letting go. And when you do that, that's when the completion energy comes in. That's when what you've been trying to manifest comes in. We have the Hanged Man in reverse here also, and this really speaks to like having an epiphany or an awakening. You know, there's still like a slowness here that's occurring, but the way in which you are viewing things is much different. The way in which you are handling the slowness is much different, because if you're doing this work of forgiving and forgetting, it helps you to understand this more objective point of view and brings in this positive energy again, so that you can move forward, so that you can gain the wisdom from whatever this situation is. And release yourself from what you've been stuck in. And I'm not surprised to see the Strength card here. This is Strength in reverse. And this speaks to an inner strength rather than a forceful strength. And it's, you know, I feel like this is really tying together with this Oracle card that says, get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. In all ways. So the more you move around, like physically, I'm talking physically moving around, moving your body, go do yoga, go to the gym, start dancing, put on your favorite music and just dance around your room like an idiot by yourself, like just to get the energy to shift. That's gonna bring you down out of your head, out of this anxious energy. It's going to help you to really let go of that resistance that's been focused on everything that's gone wrong or whatever, so that you can release that energy here, and gets you back into your confidence so that you are ready to continue forward. And that's when this opportunity presents itself, or if it's already presented itself to you, you'll feel more confident in saying yes and accepting it, so that you can continue on your journey and continue moving forward. So there's some inner work here that needs to be done, and the best way to handle it is through the outer work, through the physical. So paying attention to the red flags would also be speaking to yourself as well. Like, pay attention to your actions this week. If you are finding that you are getting stuck on the couch and everything, it's time to turn off the TV and turn on some music and start dancing around. Start getting your body moving so you can shift that energy out of your mind and back into the physical, so you can get back to who you are meant to be. Because it's just like the only thing that's stopping you from moving forward is you. In your mind, that's the only thing preventing you from moving forward. It's like you need to forgive the past, forgive yourself for getting stuck, and shift that energy, and that's when the overwhelm subsides. So yeah, I think that's the message for this week, and I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards here. These are the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Doreen Virtue, and we're going to do a 3-card, like pick a card, so it'll be like 1, 2, or 3. So take a nice deep breath again, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just tune into yourself and, decide what number is most resonating with you at this moment. 1, 2, or 3, and ask for guidance on what it is that you most need to know for this week, in addition to everything that we've already discussed. Okay, so we're going to start with card number 1, and I am going to read from the booklet that comes with it so you get the official message for it. Okay, so my number 1s, the message here is yes. So whatever question you've been asking, the answer is yes. It says your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. It says you're fairly certain about your next move, and you pull this card as additional validation, which will spur you into action. This card confirms that your intuition is accurate and that you can trust it fully. The joy you feel knowing that your intuitive feelings are valid may be tempered by the fear of making life changes. Heaven wants you to know, however, that all of the details are being taken care of. You're supported in all ways as long as you ask for help and then accept it as it comes to you in various forms. Okay, my number 1s, that's your message for this week. And my number 2s, I'm just going to pull up the message real quick. Perfect. Number 2, this one came up for the beginning of the month, actually. Consult an expert. It says more information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. You're venturing into an area where other people could assist you by offering you new ideas and information, as well as the benefit of their experience. To attract the right expert to help you, affirm a helpful, knowledgeable, experienced person with integrity is in my life right now, and this individual will help me with fill in the blank. This person comes to me easily and naturally without delay. When this person appears, know that it's divinely orchestrated. Don't hesitate or feel guilty about asking for help. Instead, take notes and give thanks to the person and to your guides. your guardians, your angels, and your ancestors. Remember, it's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. Many of Earth's most wonderful inventions came from team efforts. By working with informed individuals, you also develop the healthy habit of consulting with your celestial guides more consistently. There you go, number 2. And number 3. Okay. Number 3. Card number 3. Time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. By drawing this card, you're alerted to the fact that you need to make room for the new by letting go of the old. First, let go emotionally and intellectually. In other words, quit or say goodbye in your mind or heart. Mind and heart. Sorry. Once you do this, the physical letting go will happen naturally in a peaceful and harmonious way. Ask heaven to help you make this transition, and don't plan, scheme, or worry about how your letting go or replacement will occur. Put all of your energy into prayer and faith and leave the rest up to infinite spirit. You'll get definite guidance whenever it is the right moment to take action. Until then, stay lovingly detached from your old situation. That's perfect. I love that. And maybe that's why we've got to pay attention to the red flags, because it is telling you that it is time to move on from a certain situation. This could be specifically referring to a relationship, whether it's business or otherwise. So that's your message for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And follow me on Instagram at Arcana Rising. Thank you so much for watching and for your support. I send you so much love, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.